Hello again, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Courtney Matthews and I do videos on lifestyle and finance. So today's topic is, as you read in the title, it is a tax checklist for newly married couples. Even newly engaged couples or newly divorced couples can benefit from this information because basically the same pretty much applies to you guys as well. And if you're newly engaged, this is something that you can look forward to before or after you get officially married. So before we get started, I would like for you to subscribe, of course, and like and comment if you like this content so I can keep more of it coming. I have been a tax professional, tax accountant actually, for the past 12 years, and running my own tax and accounting firm for the last 5 years called MCore Tax and Accounting. And I just love to teach other people, whether it's individuals or business owners, about taxes, about business, and everything in between. So without further ado, let's just get started. Okay, where am I? Oh, okay. Production. Like Tab say, production. Supposed to have my notes ready, okay? We don't have a prompt. What is it? Prompter? Teleprompter. We don't have a teleprompter, so I got notes on the yeah. One day I'll be reading off a teleprompter. You mark my words. One day. Shoot. All right, so let's get started. Tax checklist for newly married couples. Let's just start with number one. Number one, it's probably the most obvious one. So when you get married, your name changes, right? So it is important to report your name change to Social Security, because when you go to do your taxes and you want to use your married name and you haven't legally changed it, it is gonna hold up the process for weeks and possibly get rejected until you change either the name on your tax return or change your name legally. So it's important once you get married to go ahead and change your name legally if you plan on using that name on your tax returns, okay? And to update that information, you would use form SS5, which you can find on ssa.gov, or you can call, here's the number, 800-772-1213, or you can just go to your local Social Security office and make that change as well. So number one was actually name and address. So with your address, normally when you get married, maybe you're moving in together or your address changes, it's important to report those changes to the IRS as well. There's a form that you can fill out, Form 8822, which is a change of address form on irs.gov. Pretty simple. Just go ahead and change that before tax time so you don't have any delays when it comes to your tax refund, okay? Number two is withholding. So it's no secret that when you get married, you move into another filing status, which is either married filing jointly or married filing single. Regarding your withholding, you do want to make sure you change that with your HR department at your job. Okay, so you would need to fill out another form W4. And what's interesting about tax withholding now is because there are no more personal exemptions, the 2020 form W4 actually helps you to figure out your withholding so you're not underestimating or overestimating your withholding. So when tax time comes, you don't owe a penalty for underpayment, or you can actually get the refund that you want. So the IRS has a withholding estimator that you can utilize on their website, and it is for this purpose. And so you can definitely utilize that. Go ahead and put your information so that you can get an estimate of how much withholding should be coming out of your paycheck. Number three, as I previously mentioned, is filing status. So your filing status changes when you get married. Like I said, you're either going to be doing married filing jointly or married filing separately, or you can still file single even if you're married legally. You can still do that. It is not really recommended because there are more benefits tax-wise when you file married filing jointly. It's actually the best filing status that you could file because it is typically more advantageous. But I would definitely suggest that you pretty much run the numbers for both options, married filing jointly and married filing separately, and to see which gives you the best tax benefit for both you and your spouse. One tip that I will also tell you guys is not to flip-flop. So if you file married filing jointly 1 year and you want to file single the next year and then married filing jointly again, what it does is causes a red flag to the IRS and you could be subject to an audit. And that's the same with a lot of other factors when it comes to taxes, but that one in particular, when you're going back and forth and there has been no divorce decree and no like legal divorce, you're just flip-flopping back and forth, that could be grounds for an audit, and the IRS will want to know, well, what is going on, and then you will have to show proof of either a divorce or marriage, whatever the case. So I always tell people, don't flip-flop, okay? I probably could go on and on about the do's and don'ts about filing, but maybe that's a separate video. If you would want that video, make sure you thumbs up this content so I'll know to do more content regarding taxes. All right, so number four, I don't even know why I'm numbering these because I didn't put a number on them, but number 4 is scams. Beware of scams. When you change your name, changing your address, you kind of open up yourself for the scammers and the hackers. So, and this is with anybody, but particularly when you have a change in those things, it can open you up to potential scammers and hackers. So a few things to note is that the IRS will never call you. Like, they will never call you on the phone, they will never text you, and they will never like hit you up in social media, okay, ever. Their first line of communication is always going to be by mail. They will mail you a letter, it will have a seal, and all the IRS information, and it could be easily verified online. As far as addresses or numbers, you can easily verify them online. So please don't be deceived if you get a call saying that we need you to verify your address because we just, I don't know, noticed a change. It is a scam, okay? The IRS will not call you ever. They will not call you. So just beware of that. A few other things to, I guess, a few other tips regarding married or divorced or newly engaged. If you are married on December 31st, if you have a New Year's Eve wedding, you, in that next filing year, you can file married filing jointly or married filing single. You are considered married in the IRS eyes as long as you are married by December 31st, 2020. You are considered married the entire year. Adversely, if you are divorced by December 31st, you are considered divorced the entire year. And you can still choose to file together if that is beneficial for the both of you and you agree with it. However, you are free to file single if you would like. If you find yourself separated from your spouse or living apart and you want to file single and you're actually married, you have to be separated and living apart for 6 months, the last 6 months of the year, to be able to file separately. In some instances where there's an audit, you may have to show an actual divorce decree, but as long as you are living apart for 6 months in the year, then you will be safe to file separately regardless or if you're married still or not. Also, if you experience the passing of a spouse in 2020, when you go to file your taxes for 2021, you can actually still file married filing jointly for that tax year. The 2 years after that, you can file as a qualifying qualifying widower. That will be your filing status, and you have 2 years to file as a qualifying widower, which comes with different tax advantages that I can cover in another video if you guys like. So that is all for this video. Short, sweet, to the point. If you guys want more content like this or have any questions on any of the things that I mentioned, or filing status, withholdings, or anything like that, please put them in the comments so I will know that you are liking this content and for me to know to do more videos like this, okay? Before you go, make sure that you have subscribed, and please follow me on social media. Your girl is trying to get her numbers up, okay? My Instagram is linked below. Daily tips, daily business tips, tax tips. I do weekly trainings on Facebook. They're free in my Facebook group. And I do monthly master classes, which are free, where I bring on a guest to help pour out knowledge. So I'm always teaching, always training. So make sure you are following me on social media. I will leave all the information below. Thank you guys for watching today. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you thumbs up and share it with a friend, especially if they just got married. You know, sharing is caring, okay? Sharing is caring. Thank you guys so much for watching. I got through it, y'all. I stopped and started this video like 50 freaking times. I had to get up and do something else. All right, Breezy. Say bye, Breezy. Oh, he put his head on my shoulder. He missed me. He been real clingy today. Hey. We gotta close the show. I mean, we gotta close the video, Breezy. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye, Breezy. Oh, it's so cute. It's just so cute. Alright, bye, you guys. Why don't you do it? Do it, Breeze.